Okay, I was asked to give a tour or a tutorial on a storage room because you need to be prepared because there's disasters everywhere and you just don't know what's going to happen. So I am going to show you. This is called my storage room. Okay, first of all you have to make a list. Okay, make a list. So I did food storage. Okay, you need this on one side is stuff that you eat, and on the other side is stuff that you don't eat. Okay, so you need to write down all the stuff that you guys eat. Don't store stuff you don't eat. You know, the first thing I started to get was salt, yeast, oil, honey, and wheat, so I can make bread, and then you get popcorn, and the other stuff you eat, canned goods, and make sure you rotate them. Then on this side you need toilet paper, toothpaste, batteries, wood, coal, shampoos, lamp oils and lamps, flashlights, batteries, 72-hour kits, toothbrushes, Dove soap, soaps, Comet, water purifiers. So then you need a plan. You need water, food, clothes, medications, flashlights, can openers. Get those cans open. Remember, you're not going to have electricity. Radios with batteries, your hygiene stuff, and your first aid, because you're probably going to get hurt if you're in an earthquake. And help's not going to be able to get to you maybe 2 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, you don't know. Because they're going to be in the cities taking care of people there, and you just don't know what kind of help you're going to get. So you have to have a plan. You just do. And how I got all of this, it took me a couple of years, and then you just maintain it. This side are my non-edibles, and this side is pretty much the edibles. But it's not a very big storage room, but it's big enough. In my buckets, I store wheat, sugar, flour, honey, macaronis, popcorns. You got to keep them rotated, okay? You need water purifiers. Oh, yeah, what I was going to say is I was really bothered because I thought, I don't have $500 to go buy food storage. No, some people do, but I didn't. We were raising our family, and I thought, I need to be responsible for my family. So I thought, okay, $10 a week. That's how much wheat was back then, 20 years ago, whatever, when I started, 30 years ago. Anyway, so I said, well, I'm going to give up cookies, potato chips, pop. It is better, this was my motto, it was better to eat a little less now so you have food later than to pig out now and have nothing later. Because that's what we basically do, we just pig out. And then when a disaster comes, we have nothing. So you have to cut back somewhere because you have your budget on what you're going to buy your food storage with. You know, I mean, the money that you spend on groceries. So you've got to get $10 somewhere. So don't buy that package of cookies. Don't buy that pop. Don't buy those potato chips. You don't need them. You don't need to pig out now and starve later. Eat a little bit less now and you'll have food, and then store your food. That's what squirrels do. They store it. Animals all know how to store their food. Okay, so you just start storing. Get your water. Get your water. Get some canned stuff. Start storing stuff, but you gotta keep it rotated. Let's say I come and get oregano out of the storage room, I take it in the kitchen, and when I go shopping on Friday, I buy another one and put it back in, and I keep it rotated. You put the new stuff in the back. I've got honey back there. I've got salts, more water. I've got a water purifier up there. You need a water purifier so that you can purify water. What if what if I've got to survive a year without water? There is no way I can store a year's worth of water. You can't. So you gotta buy something to purify it. I've got a canal down about a half a mile away from here. You've got ditches. You're gonna have to use that water. So you gotta purify it. We got emergency kits. Let's see. Here's a water purifier. This is a life straw. You can drink it right out of the ditch if you needed to. You got to get tents, mylar coats, way to stay warm, oil that will go 100 hours, flashlights that don't need batteries, you just shake it, self-charging batteries. You just have to do this. Your life depends on it. Camping fuel. I've got oil lanterns back there. Pouches, wicks. Where's my lantern? There's my lantern, and I've got wicks for it. And you put oil in the bottom, and you gotta have matches. That's why you write your list down. You write your list, and when you get the stuff, you start checking it off. And in a couple of years, you've got yourself some storage. But keep it rotated. Toilet paper, paper towels, bags. You just need food storage. These are 72-hour kits. You can survive for 72 hours on this, but you got to rotate it. You got to eat this up every 6 months. And the grandkids will love doing that. But if you can't sustain your life, what are you going to do? People go into riots and just start killing each other for food. You don't want to do that, do you? You don't want to have to start killing when you can just buy a candle, you know. And when the lights go out for you know, when electricity goes out for a couple hours, test these things out. Get your shampoos, find out your family emergency preparedness guide. Get stuff. You got matches. It's $10 a week. $10 a week, and you got yourself storage, and it works out. Or go spend $500 if you want and get those kits that last 25 years. That's fine. But I like to have a little mini store. So whatever works for you guys. So there's the two ways. Do your little mini store. And I do have, do your little mini store, or just buy the 25-year storage and just set it aside, set it and forget it. But I don't know, I like to have the mini store because then I have stuff that I use, and then I can rotate it around. I have a hand wheat grinder, and we have our coal burning stove. We've got wood out back. We can sustain life. And I do have the 2 freezers, but we bought ourselves a generator, and that will generate the freezers as long as we have gas. I'd like to get solar. A lot of places are going solar. If you can go solar, do that. Get solar panels on your house. But you do need to be prepared. And this is my motto. I have another motto. If ye are prepared, ye will not be scared. Actually, it's if ye are prepared, ye shall not fear. But if ye are prepared, you won't be scared. Okay? So that's my little mini storage room. And whenever we run out of something, just go get it out of the storage room. And then if you can afford something, the 25-year storage, then do that one. But your body's got to be used to whatever's in there. It'll be all dried stuff, and you got to have water to rehydrate that. You can survive 3 months without food, I've heard. I'd hate to do that. Be a good weight loss plan, right? But you can go 3 days without water and you're dead. So the water is very important. So get your water purifiers. Store your water. I've got 3 barrels of water, big water barrels out back. Okay. So here's my water barrel. Oh, I got 4. One lady didn't want hers, so I took it. So that's full of water, but you're supposed to empty those out once a year. And you put a half of a cup of bleach in each barrel, and then empty it out. And then I save my detergent jugs, and I put water in there, and then I can wash clothes with those. You're not going to drink that because that's soapy. And any wood I find, I keep it. And keep your propane tanks. You can cook there. I can cook out on my fire pit. So good luck on that, because it really is important. And you just need to take care of yourselves. You say, well, I'd go get something at the grocery store. Well, you know how long a grocery store will last? You can empty all the groceries out in the big warehouses, the grocery stores. 2 weeks they'll last. 2 weeks. And if the roads are damaged, there goes a big truck. If the roads are damaged, trucks can't get food to you. What are you to do? You think, well, the church will provide. 2 weeks. 2 weeks and the storehouses are all empty. If everybody runs to the storehouses, then what are you to do? Well, last option, die. But who wants to be running around killing everybody, trying to survive and eating? Oh, another thing, I almost forgot. Got to get yourself some seeds. What if we have to go years and years? So you have to think of these things. Get yourself some seeds, and you have to get the seeds that will grow, because these a lot of these newer seeds, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, they won't grow. You can't get seeds out of a tomato and help them, and they will grow. You got to get the seeds that'll grow. Yeah, get yourself some seeds and keep them stored, and learn how to grow a garden. I'm not really good at it, but that's how people survive. They don't. You read in the Bible, you read in history. They always took their seeds. The pioneers, the pilgrims that came here from England, they brought their seeds. How are you going to survive? So you got to think survival mode and take care of yourselves. You got to be self-sustaining. I mean, it's wonderful to live the way we live, but we're very dependent on electricity, and that's kind of a scary thought. So just pretend you're out in the wilderness and you got to live off the grid, and how are you going to survive? Go a day without electricity and see how you do. A lot of times we don't have electricity anyway, like when the lights go out for a day, but it's not very often. We're actually very blessed. We have electricity and we have these things, but we have to think about what will happen if we don't have these things. So just get yourself prepared. And that's why I like having chickens and a rabbit. We can always, we'll have the chickens for eggs, and make sure you have your guns, your ammunition. If you have to go kill, you have to hike up to the mountains and go kill some animals, and I don't, you got to think of how you're going to survive. So good luck on that one, and get prepared.